Alright, let's get one thing straight. When you think of India, you're probably picturing the Taj Mahal, right? Or maybe the crazy, beautiful chaos of Delhi. And look, those places are famous for a reason. They're incredible. But I'm here to tell you, that's like saying you know America just because you've seen the Statue of Liberty. There is a whole other India out there. A secret India, hiding just around the corner, waiting for you with a huge smile and probably a plate of something delicious you've never even heard of. It's a place where the real magic happens, away from the crowds and the selfie sticks. This isn't your grandma's guided bus tour. We're going off-road, my friends. We're talking about places whispered about by backpackers. Spots so stunning they almost feel like a dream. First stop, Ziro Valley. Now, I know what you're thinking. Phil, where in the world is Ziro Valley? And that's the beauty of it. Tucked away in the northeastern corner of India, in a state called Arunachal Pradesh, this place is a real-life Shangri-La. Imagine endless rolling hills covered in a blanket of emerald green rice paddies, dotted with tiny tribal villages. The air here is so clean it feels like you're breathing for the first time. It's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's so stunningly beautiful it almost looks fake. And here's a fun fact for you music lovers. Ziro is home to the Ziro Festival of Music, one of the coolest outdoor music festivals in India. Okay, from the hills of Ziro, let's float on over to Majuli in Assam. Get this, Majuli is the largest river island in the world. Getting here is part of the adventure. You have to take a ferry, and as you chug along you'll see tiny fishing boats, river dolphins if you're lucky, and a whole lot of water. When you finally step onto the island, it feels like you've entered a different era. The island is the center of Vaishnavite culture, and you'll find these incredible monasteries called satras. These aren't just buildings, they are living, breathing centers of art, music, and dance. My pick is the Samaguri Satra, which is famous for its mask making. The artists here create these elaborate, beautiful masks used in traditional theater performances. You must try the fish, which is caught right from the river and cooked in a tangy mustard-based curry called Masortenga. It's a flavor explosion. If you've heard of Goa's legendary beaches, but you're not a huge fan of big crowds and loud parties, then I have the perfect place for you. Meet Gokarna. Located in Karnataka, just a few hours south of Goa, this place is everything you love about a beach town, but dialed down to a perfect, peaceful hum. Gokarna is the ultimate destination for backpackers, yoga enthusiasts, and anyone looking for a seriously laid-back vacation. First, you have to do the beach trek. The town's main beaches, Kudal Beach, Am Beach, Half Moon Beach, and Paradise Beach, are all connected by a scenic coastal trail. Second tip, catch the sunset at Kudal Beach. Find a spot at one of the beach shacks, order a cold drink, and just watch as the sky explodes in color. But you absolutely must try a traditional South Indian thali on a banana leaf in the main town. It's a symphony of flavors, textures, and colors, and it's ridiculously delicious. Okay, change of scenery. We're going from sea level to way, way up. I'm talking about Spiti Valley in Himachal Pradesh. Friends, this place is not just a destination, it's an expedition. Spiti, which literally means the middle land, is a cold desert mountain valley high in the Himalayas. It's a world of barren, dramatic landscapes, snow-capped peaks, and some of the oldest Buddhist monasteries on Earth. The scenery is so stark and so majestic, it feels like you've landed on the moon. Number 1. Visit Key Monastery. This is the iconic image of Spiti, a stunning Tibetan Buddhist monastery that looks like a fortress perched on top of a hill. It's over 1,000 years old, and you can go inside, meet the monks, and even share a cup of buttered tea with them. Second tip, send a postcard from the world's highest post office in Sikkim. Yes, you heard that right. It's a tiny little post office in a tiny little village, and it's a quirky, wonderful thing to do. And you can't leave without eating momos, the famous Tibetan dumplings. In Spiti, they're often filled with a simple mix of vegetables or sometimes even yak meat. Let's travel to the heart of India, to a state called Madhya Pradesh, and find a town that feels like it was forgotten by time. Welcome to Orchha. This place is an absolute hidden gem. While everyone else is rushing to the famous forts and palaces of Rajasthan, Orchha sits quietly on the banks of the Betwa River, holding onto its majestic past. It has all the grandeur of the more famous historical sites, but without any of the crowds. You can wander through these incredible ruins and feel like you're the first person to discover them. First, you have to explore the Orchha Fort complex. Inside, you'll find magnificent palaces like the Jahangir Mahal and the Raja Mahal. Climb to the top floors for jaw-dropping views of the entire town and the surrounding countryside. Second tip, watch the sunset from across the river. Find a spot on the opposite bank and watch as the setting sun casts a golden glow on the royal chhatras. The reflection in the water is pure magic. The food in this region, known as Bundelkhand, is rustic and delicious. You must try the local thali, which will likely feature dishes you won't find anywhere else. It's comfort food, Bundeli style. Let's head back down south, all the way to the lush tropical paradise of Kerala. But we're skipping the famous backwaters for now and heading to a coastal town with a truly unique feature, Varkala. What makes Varkala so special? The cliffs. Unlike most beaches in Kerala, a long laterite cliff runs parallel to the Arabian Sea. The main stretch of beach sits at the bottom of these cliffs, while the top is lined with a wonderful promenade full of shops, cafes, and guest houses. The town is a major hub for yoga and Ayurveda. It's the perfect place to detox, de-stress, and reconnect with your body and mind. Second tip, walk the cliff path at sunset. Start at one end and just stroll along, browsing the little shops selling everything from silver jewelry to colorful textiles, and then pick a cafe with a good view, order a fresh juice, and watch the sun dip into the ocean. In Varkala, you have to eat fresh seafood. Many of the clifftop restaurants display the day's catch on ice out front. You can pick your fish, maybe some red snapper or tiger prawns, and have them cook it for you right there. Also, you must try a traditional Kerala breakfast of putu, steamed cylinders of rice flour and coconut, with kadala curry, a black chickpea curry. It sounds unusual, but trust me, it's amazing. I know when you think of a blue city in Rajasthan, you think of Jodhpur, and Jodhpur is fantastic. But let me introduce you to its lesser-known, more intimate cousin Bundi. This place is a dream. It's a captivating town of Brahmin blue houses, a magnificent crumbling palace that seems to grow right out of the hillside, and a maze of narrow, winding lanes. It's like Jodhpur without the tourist hordes. Bundi has a charm that feels incredibly authentic and untouched. First, you have to explore the Bundi Palace. The palace is largely unrestored, which gives it this incredible, haunting atmosphere. The real treasure is inside, the Chitrashala, a gallery of stunning miniature paintings that are vibrant and beautifully preserved. Second tip, go on a stepwell scavenger hunt. Bundi is famous for its bowries, or stepwells, and has over 50 of them. The most impressive is the Raniji Ki Bowri, Queen's Stepwell, with its intricate carvings. Finding them is half the fun. In Bundi, you should seek out a local eatery and try the classic Dal Baati Churma. It's the signature dish of Rajasthan baked dough balls served with flavorful lentil stew and sweet crumbly wheat mixture. It's a full meal and an experience in itself. Look at that! We've journeyed from the green valleys of the northeast to the desert palaces of Rajasthan, from high-altitude monasteries to chilled-out beach towns. And believe me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just a little taste of the secret, wonderful, and incredibly diverse India that's waiting for you. The real India isn't just in the monuments, it's in the people, the stories, the smiles, and of course the food. It's in the feeling of discovering a place that feels like it's all yours. The world is a big, beautiful book, and it would be a shame not to read more than one page. Traveling to these lesser-known spots isn't just about getting cool photos for your Instagram, it's about expanding your world. It's about challenging your perceptions and opening your heart to new experiences. It's about learning that a smile is a universal language and that kindness is everywhere. So my challenge to you is this: step off the beaten path. The next time you plan a trip, whether it's to India or anywhere else, dare to be different. Look for the small towns, the hidden gems, the places that aren't on the cover of every travel magazine. I promise you, that's where you'll find the real adventure. That's where you'll find the connections that stay with you for a lifetime. The world is full of amazing people who are excited to share their home with you. All you have to do is show up with an open mind and an empty stomach. Now it's your turn. Go on, start planning. Pick one of these places, or find your own secret spot. So, what are you waiting for? Your next great adventure is out there. Go get it.